Warning! The following show may contain strong language, as well as other content that may not be suitable for a younger audience. The show may also contain spoilers for any and all anime and manga, so please ensure you check the description below for the relevant spoiler warnings. Thanks for watching, Olga.
Orangina has been popped.
And the record button has been pressed. You
should have said has been dropped.
Okay, the record button has been dropped. I need to pick it up and press play again so we can go.
Oh. Damn it, eh?
Hey! Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls,
man,
chill.
it feels like a whole month since I've had my eardrums shattered by some harmonica music.
Yay! It's been a while. Woo! Harmonicas will never die. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the Orangina poppin', chart topping, never stopping, beat dropping. I'll stop there. Manga Raiders Community Happy Hour.
Stop bopping.
Bop
Are you
bopping.
going to find a new gimmick to introduce all the shows after the 100th episode?
I'm going to have to. I'm going to have to find something. Maybe the Nekomimi Pasta will make a return. Could be a new character on the horizon, French-Russian man. That doesn't make any sense. Oh,
What?
French-Russian man. I am French-Russian man. Oh.
Good
There you
job.
go.
Good job.
But he's a Nekomimi pasta maker. Okay, is this a cat person who makes pasta?
Yep.
Or does he make pasta related to Nekomimis?
He's a pastor, as in a priest. Nekomimi priest.
Oh, pastor!
Yeah, pastor.
Okay.
Yeah, you gotta work through the accent sometimes.
Gotta work through that English accent, guys.
I was
Okay.
picturing an Italian person who is like a Nekomimi chef, or just making it for anime cat girls.
Hey, I only serve you if you have a cadillas in the daily.
Yeah.
Buongiorno! Don't you know that the pasta has a many carbohydrates? It's not good for the kitty people's stomach. We have to use a special sauce, and the noodles, they come straight from somewhere. I don't know.
No, I didn't
I
mean...
don't have much business.
It's a very niche one. Pasta made specifically for Nekomimis. Lego is a number one
Yes.
Patreon for it, to get it off the ground. I didn't mean that guy. I meant the Nekomimi pasta, the borderline racist... it's not racist. Borderline questionable accent. I said, good Lord! Who we got on this show right here?
I think you could say it's also borderline racist.
Yeah.
It's just an accent, though. Like, he just did the
I
Italian
mean,
one.
it's a very stereotypical accent.
It's my own creation. Let no one know. I don't think it is. I think you said
You
the joke
came up
first.
with the accent. Good job.
Yep. No one's ever heard it before. I opened up the book of Nekomimis and got to chapter 3. It told me that they eat pasta, but it's bad for their kidneys. I'm going to leave that
Okay.
right now and say my name is Simon Better known as Vacant. I am not a racist, contrary to mounting evidence per each episode. Lego, I love you. Just throwing that out there. To my virtual left, as always, there is the musical sensation that titillates the nation, blah, 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 blah. Sometimes there's abrasions. That didn't make... Yeah, sure. I'll leave that in. It's Manimal.
Hi, it's the Manimal here.
Oh,
Damn it.
Jesus
Things like
Christ.
that.
Thanks for that.
You are
Thank
going
you.
to blow out somebody's eardrums.
You
Are
mean
you-
someone else's.
Are you sure about that?
Please
You
don't.
can write a little chalkboard 1 and wait for the next victim.
Oh,
Thank you.
I got one. Okay.
Yep, that got me. Thanks for that. I'll enjoy listening back to that. And yeah, it's Manimal. And of course, we've got him. He's a tired boy, but he's still here because he's a soldier. He's the iron rod that supports this show. I don't know where I'm going with these. I'm just going to say
think
it's
this
Coryn.
is turning oddly sexual, but hello, I'm here. I am the iron rod
He is the.
that
I've been
supports
told.
the show.
Here to cure the sexuality of the show, it's Coryn.
If you have sexual woes,
Making...
he supports the show with his iron rod. Coryn and his iron rod are here. We can see them. Proof be needed right there. And of course, returning person who's been a little busy since he was last on. Something may have happened. I don't know. He's cooler than the Fonz.
I'm Nairbons.
Yeah.
You got it.
That was a much needed assist there. Yeah, we got a cast of 4 today. Woo! We had a cast of 4 last week.
Ninja Turtles all over again.
Okay, which Ninja Turtle would you be now?
I am Michelangelo. Don't even question it.
I'm
You
Leonardo.
can't all be Michelangelo.
I'm Leonardo. He's the coolest. He had 2
Leonardo
swords.
leads, so I'll be Donatello doing machines.
You're doing machines?
Yeah, that's what he does.
Physically loving the machine.
Yeah, just give him-
Donatello does machines.
Okay.
Raphael is cool but rude. Michelangelo is a party dude.
Party!
There we go. Yeah, well, you do new machines. How was the week, guys? Tell me all about doing machines and having
Well, who's gonna
intercourse
go
with them.
first?
I don't know. Who wants to go first? Nah, you've not been here for a while. What's been going on with you?
Bullet points, because there's a lot. I got married.
Woo!
I moved apartments.
Woo!
I got a dog.
Oh, Jesus.
I watched and played a lot of stuff. I don't know if you want to get into that now.
Was that your honeymoon? Oh, because remember, you're going to get that Wii U, right? Was that it?
I already got the Wii U.
Yeah.
My wife, went on a trip to Europe with her family because she had just graduated veterinarian school.
Oh.
During that time, I played through Bayonetta 2, Zelda Breath of the Wild, and I'm a little bit into Wonderful 101. And then I hopped over to watching stuff rather than playing things.
Watching stuff.
Did she like come home to like a bunch of chip bags and you were like hidden with the cowboy hat?
No, I cleaned up.
Oh.
It's cool.
Okay.
This
Chip
place
bags.
is lovely.
I had to
That's
take a
Love my new
second.
apartment.
Did you think we just lived in squalor?
I don't know.
Don't answer
I don't
that.
I'm not sure, man.
That's a yes then. Well, shit. Oh man, there's been so much going on. How are you adjusting to life after Coryn, not living together with your brother? Not actual brothers,
I
obviously,
mean,
but you know.
It's not too terribly different, I'll be honest.
Oh,
That's not what he wants to hear. That's not what I want.
I'm not
complex.
not surprised by his response. I'm sure there's a bit more sex in his life, but other than that,
A bit.
a bit more.
no,
Coryn tends to work long hours, and the iron rod is obviously you got to. It takes some going to get it going. So
Spare the rod, spoil the child? That's the only
Oh no!
aphorism I can think of with
never
the rod.
understood that phrase. And
Wait, that's a
starting-
phrase?
It is.
What?
It's basically if you don't discipline a child, they'll be little shits.
Oh, I get it. Okay.
Yeah. Don't spare the rod. Hit them. Beat all children. That is not a statement endorsed by the Manga Raiders Community Happy Hour.
You're
Is it?
supposed to scare them with the Twilight Zone. And the
Yeah.
rod is referring to Rod Serling.
Okay, that's
Oh.
good. What about Rod
If you want to
Stewart?
teach a child good moral lessons,
What about
hook them up to the television.
Rowdy Roddy Piper? He was pretty batshit crazy. He scared me
He's
as a
cool.
child.
Ooh. If
Oh,
you
really?
spare them that rod, they'll fall into a terrible lifestyle under the enslavement of the aliens from They Live, which Rowdy Roddy Piper, arguably a messiah figure, saves humanity
He did.
from the perception of this vile threat infiltrating humanity.
That was
That's
a fun movie, actually.
fair
It
enough.
was a fun film.
R.I.P. Roddy Piper as well.
Mm.
I remember him hitting someone with a coconut. Jimmy Snooker, I think.
It's
Anyway.
pretty cool.
Oh,
They Live is a great movie.
Yeah, it's good.
shout out to They Live. Have you
Yeah.
got anything else to add now before we move on to the Manimal?
Nothing I can think of. I'm just kind of getting back into the swing of things now that I can, post more regularly. Things are slowing down and becoming normal. So I look forward to jumping back onto the forum and hopefully the podcast.
Yeah, we would be delighted. We've had a regular crew now, of course, me, Manimal, and Coryn holding it down. Or, in fact, you guys more than me, because I've missed a couple of episodes. So after episode 100, I'm going to hand the reins officially over to Manimal, and then, I'll step down.
Oh, that'll be something.
Surprise, motherfucker. But yeah, 97, we're almost there. We're almost at 100.
Don't jinx
I
it.
won't jinx it. Speaking of 100, I'm just going to announce now, come episode 100, I will have a major announcement for the Manga Race Happy Hour. I'm not going to say anything else. You guys are just going to have to wait along with the audience. There'll be a major announcement that will not shake us to our core, but it's going to be something that will definitely alter the dynamic of the show.
So it's a major announcement, and it's not that Manimal's taking over?
No.
Nobody told me about this.
Yeah, I have to work that out in the background. It's a major
One
announcement
of these
that could
things is
be.
a true statement.
It's a major
Actually,
announcement.
one of these three things is a state. How many things have you said at this point?
I've said two.
One of them is
things.
true. The others are questionable.
The major announcement may be that Manimal's taking over.
Oh, that's an announcement to me.
Speaking of which, Manimal, how was your week?
Well, I had a week. I did a few things that were unexciting.
Did you go to Tim's?
I went to Tim's today this morning. I walked there. I also went to Tim's the other day. I probably went to Tim's 3 times this week.
Wow.
That's
that
how
like-
it goes.
Is that a normal week, or is that an
Well,
increase?
a normal week for a Canadian is to go to Tim's 7 times.
Wow.
But,
what?
you go there before work and everything like that. That's what people do, Not what I do, but,
I guess.
One thing. Oh, God, my voice did that weird thing. where
One
when
thing?
Okay, so I talked about February album writing month before, which was in February.
Yes, it was.
But now there's the 50-90 challenge, which is write 50 songs in 90 days. There's a whole website and community about it, and it started last week, and it's really fun. Actually, I've made 14 songs already
Jesus
this week.
Christ.
And, there's some people have tons of songs already. There's already 634 songs posted on the website as of right now.
And that was in
People are
7
getting
days.
down to it, and that's good for it's not a big community or anything, but it's really cool to see what people do. And I've been collabing with some people and taking their lyrics and making stuff with it, and it's just fun to make music really quickly. It's just a challenge to see, can you make 50 songs in 90 days? They might be of questionable quality, but it'll still be a thing. So we'll see where that goes. I have to apologize for last episode. Pipple's hometown is in fact Miami. He was not born in Cuba, like I thought.
Mr. What?
I was wrong. I was very wrong.
You were wrong.
Yes, indeed. Also, wait. No, okay. Yeah, that's it. Actually it.
Are you going to do something?
Do you know how long it took me to realize Flo-Rida was just Florida with a space in it?
Yes!
That's like a shocking realization when you find that out, actually, because you're like, wait, that makes so much sense, but you don't think about it at first.
I did not know it for a long, long time until until in a wrestling on a wrestling show, he and a heel wrestler, Bo Dallas, did a freestyle about him and said something to the effect of "You're as bad as the town you're named after" or something. And I was like, "What the fuck's he on about?" And then I put two and two together and finally thought, Flo-Rida, Flo-Rida.
It is clever.
Shit.
It's a very clever name, actually.
Could you do that with where you're from? Cans, like K.
I mean, there's some places where it'd work out, but
CANZ, cans, ass. Cans, ass. No, because then you just say it.
I guess, man. I guess.
If I was from the Missouri side, I could become a wrestler and call myself The Miz.
Yeah. You'd be Mr. Sorry.
I was going to say Mr. Misery.
Oh, yeah, Mr. Misery.
I mean, for one thing, no, my long-term career goal is to become mayor of my hometown, then abandon that to become a pro wrestler under the name Mayor McSlam.
Oh. Yeah.
I mean, you could do a turn.
My angle is that I'm a grassroots politician who's running for mayor of wrestling.
I like that.
Please have your vote.
I like that.
Mayor McSlam. Okay, fair enough.
And anytime I get, like, the crap kicked out of me, I can just say, no, I saw that footage and it was doctored. That's fake news.
Hey.
And that's when I become a heel. Or am I? I don't know. I'm a complex character. Mayor McSlam is a multi-layered individual.
He's got facets. He's the tweener, as it's known in the wrestling industry. He straddles the line. Like all greats.
This is very compelling.
Stone Cold Steve Austin. If you smell what Mayor McSlam is cooking, it's cuts to your benefits. So go out and work and stuff like that.
It's good.
Matt. Oh, Jesus Christ. Matt.
UK, you're having an issue.
I'm having an issue. My brain's on fire. Quite literally in this summer weather.
You should put it out.
Okay. When in doubt, put it out. That's what I always say. How is your week? What has been happening in the week of Coryn?
I basically finished up on all the spring shows I was watching, with the exception of Recreators.
Uh-huh.
I haven't done much else.
Is that a 24 episode?
I think it's only 12. It doesn't seem to be, It seems to be winding down last time I picked up on it. But I did finish watching World End. That was an event.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Oh boy. And
I hadn't realized it was based on a light novel until it just didn't really conclude at all.
Yeah, it didn't conclude
Okay.
so much. There's gotta be more in like books, and I don't know if there's another season coming. I still really enjoyed it, but it wasn't very satisfying to end.
It was pretty popular, so the chances of a second season is probably quite high, to be honest.
Really?
It seemed to be well received anyway, in Japan and in the West, so that's not bad. Fair enough.
Oh, by the way, Recreators is 2 core. It's still going.
Yeah, is it a leftover?
It's not a leftover.
Yeah, you could call it that, but yeah, there's 22 episodes.
Okay.
Jesus. I
got
don't think
more-
I had that many. Fair
More to
enough.
go.
Yeah, as for myself, rounding it out, it has been hot as shit here. I've officially decided, fuck summer. Fuck that shit in the ass. I'm not a fan. I enjoy a bit of hot weather. You can and you know me, I love some barbecue. I love me that. I love me, the beer gardens in the summer. But fuck hay fever. Fuck, I don't know how you guys do it in Kansas. Just heat is horrible.
It was 92 yesterday.
Fuck.
Heat is nice in the day, but when you're going to bed, it's not nice.
Yeah, like right now I'm sweating. Like it is 2:05 in the morning, and I'm sitting in the coldest room of my house. It's like always chilly in here, and I'm sweating sitting here. It is that warm.
Yeah.
I love going outside, and the dog gets out the door and kind of just turns around and goes, Are you for real? What is this? I'm a Chihuahua. I'm built for it, but no.
Speaking of
God.
which, I need to ask, is the dog that you own called Nair Dog?
No, it's
Oh.
she is named Cammy.
Oh,
And that thing's a Chihuahua?
It is a Whippet Terrier Chihuahua.
Oh,
It is
Whippet Terrier.
Mutt.
I was gonna say, I saw a picture online, and it has like a very small body and a very big head.
yeah.
It's got long legs,
Does
much
it?
like the Street Fighter character Cammy White.
Is that literally why it's called Gammy?
That is,
Oh my God, there.
That's
we're both
amazing.
kind of. I was on the Wikipedia list of fictional dog names, and I was just kind of throwing some out, and she'd go, or I don't know what that is. She really liked Sif. Never
Ooh.
played Dark Souls, but I'd go,
I
hey,
don't-
Great Grey Wolf Sif.
I don't know if you can deal with the emotional torment, though, if you ever played
Well,
Dark
there's
Souls.
that. Also, it sounds a lot like the word sit, and we didn't want to get those two commands confused of sit and her name.
Probably good.
So
Yeah.
Cammy is it's 2 syllables. The last letter is a vowel, so you can carry it going, Cammy.
You can.
It's a good name.
It's a good name. 10 out of 10 would name a dog that. I like its inspiration. Yeah, I was trying to think of.
Plus, I wasn't going to name a dog Chun-Li. That's a little bit weird.
Chun-Li. Chihuahua-Li. That's what you could have done. Never mind.
Chihuahua, I like that.
But yeah, it's been baking hot. Although I am thankful, we had our work summer party this Saturday, just gone. I didn't go. I bravely volunteered to stay behind, and I'm kind of thankful for that because they do it in a field in London. They hire out a load of like tents, so you have like beer tents and all sorts of fairground attractions and that. But boy, it was hot. It was 27 to 30 degrees or something. Not in weird American ones, the English one that I use.
Hey,
I was gonna say,
you guys invented it.
bring
Don't
out
call
a
it the weird American
converter.
ones.
The one I mean. My
Yeah.
my 27 to 30. And yeah, everyone, it was so funny watching people come back.
Oh, 30, please. 30
Oh.
Celsius is only 86 degrees.
Jesus.
That's
I
hot.
hit like 96
You.
today.
You babies.
Hey, we're used to mild weather. Like that's what we do. And it was really fun just seeing people come back. Like, I had some small satisfaction knowing that
We're
someone.
dipping into triple digits this next week. Don't give me 27.
Okay. Well, listen, you guys,
England, the milquetoast of countries.
you guys are built for that shit. You are born with that shit.
I'm
What's that
from
mean?
Alaska, man.
Okay,
We have the same genetic disposition as you do, man.
I don't
All
like
of our
it.
ancestors are from Europe.
I don't like it. End of discussion. I don't like it. You guys have superior genetics when it comes to handling heat. I'm just going to say, because you're from Kansas. And God hates Kansas, so he would have given you the worst kind of stuff.
It's true.
But, yeah, so there was a small satisfaction seeing that what had happened is, because it's in London, it's a 3-hour coach ride from there. So a 3-hour coach ride with a broken air conditioner, so there's no aircon on the coach. And someone was sick immediately, which meant there was a chain of people being sick because it was free beer all day. So obviously that's, not ever going to end well for some people. Yeah, so they look like the Walking Dead coming off there. So I was like, yeah. Other than that, as for me, haven't really played too much. I have started reading, and I'll give a shout out to Tim Malpass, author, a person, former work colleague and a friend, who was an author. Everything Dies. It is a zombie book. That's what I was trying to think of the word. Survival horror, all about zombies. Cool read. Shout it out. Put a link in below. Support that shit. I'm happy with that. Other than that, I've been watching a lot of the spring anime, which we'll be getting into later. Before we do know,
I just bought a shirt from a proxy shipping service.
did you?
Yeah, I tried Zen Market. There's these really great shirts on Rockin'. What's it called? Rockin' on store.jpay. But JPay. JPay. I just said JPay. I'm going to stop talking now.
Okay.
Okay.
Are you sure? Do you want to carry on?
No.
Okay, fair enough. One more thing that I've done. I'm not sure if it's a good decision or a bad decision. But you guys have all heard of the expensive coffee, the Kopi Luwak coffee.
The what?
It's the
Is that the coffee that's from animal butts?
That's the one.
What?
Yeah.
Okay. It's a coffee. Essentially,
Is it a coffee if it's from an animal butt?
What happens?
You see, they eat the beans,
Mhm.
and then guys walk around behind these animals with a little bag, and they collect the poo beans.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
that's-
So
that's-
see, when you said that, I was thinking the same way of like artificial vanilla from, I think it's like the anal glands of an otter or some shit like that.
Okay. It's what it is basically they'll eat the cherries, the coffee cherries, and obviously their stomach acid will start to break down the coffee beans. So they're partly digested, but obviously they can't eat them, so they'll shit them out. As Nair said, people will collect that shit like gold dust. Quite literally shit in this occasion. They will sift through it and then take the partly digested coffee bean and make coffee out of it. It's called Kopi Luwak. It's apparently really, really nice. So I've decided to take the plunge and order a bag. But my word, I did not expect it to be £42 for a 250 gram bag. So that's about
Jesus.
15
It's so good. It tastes like shit.
It's 15 to 20 cups, and it's 42 quid.
Wait, this is real?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll
What?
yeah,
Wait,
it's
it was 15 to 20 cups?
about 15 to 20 you'll get from that. 225 gram bag, so I can
So
link-
it's about a 3-pound cup of coffee.
yeah, what you'd pay in Starbucks, really.
Okay, so that's
Yeah.
not that bad, I guess.
Yeah. It's I mean it's a big price tag originally when you're like, oh, because
When you first look at it.
£42, like I could get, something else worthwhile. I could probably do a week or two of shopping with that. I'm not
I
an
mean, the
extravagant.
cheapest way to get poo in your coffee is to just insult the staff at Starbucks. You don't have to go through all this.
But this is monkey shit, dog. This is all that I wanted.
I mean,
So you just go to the zoo and insult the monkeys there.
that would also work.
I can finally go onto the Reddit coffee thread, the subreddit for coffee, and go, hey guys, I'm one of you. I'm with you. I understand. With these 200-pound grinders and, an air press and all that shit. That's
Good
what it's
job.
all about. But, yeah, so monkey poop coffee. Hopefully it'll be here next week and I'll be able to do a little test, a taste test of shit coffee next week. We'll see.
Wait, you said you were getting Tim's. When are you getting Tim's?
Ooh. Let me see.
You said that a while ago.
Yeah, that was like one that was coming, Tim Hortons
Oh.
UK. Let me see.
Which, by the way, I'm still mad about. You guys don't deserve Tim's. Tim should only be in Canada.
Oh, fuck you. Tim, I bet it's
I think
not.
it's also in like a bunch of the northern states.
Yeah, I don't like
think
that.
it's still been like, I mean, you guys have Starbucks, don't you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but Starbucks isn't like connected to the national identity of Tim's. Tim's
mean,
is
it's pretty
literally
American.
connected. Tim's is literally connected to the identity of Canada. Like, I'm not even joking.
Okay,
Yes.
it's apparently
Hey, there's one in Missouri, in St. Louis.
Canada House in central London. Don't know what Canada House is, but that's
Oh.
where it is, apparently. Kind of makes
It's literally, again, like, they have, I mentioned the roll with the rim cups, and again, you get the special Canada 150 cups, and anytime there's anything. Like, I told you before, there used to be kids playing hockey on the cups, just like our $5 bill, which had kids playing hockey on it.
There's a Tim Hortons UK Twitter, by the way.
Ooh, you're not gonna like this, Manimal.
What?
Target sells Tim Hortons coffee.
Oh,
Rip Target!
You hit him where it hurts there. Oh, no.
Target lasted just long enough in Canada to get the heist and get out.
That's painful. That's painful. I can't process all that right now.
Hey, yo, can someone send me some of this? I want some Tim Hortons coffee. Right.
That's painful.
I mean, if you paid that much for poo coffee, I think you can shell out a few more dollars for shipping.
What's Pete's Big Bang Coffee?
Pete's Big Bang Coffee. Oh, I see it.
Pete's Coffee. Is that a thing, or is it just, I don't know. Whatever. Anyway.
Never heard of it.
Never mind. I am going to do something very special.
Yeah, so we're going to do the news?
Yeah, we're going to do news, pools, gonna do the news. What have we seen? What's gone on Earth? Let's see now. Go on the web and surf the news. Okay, I'm just going to hit some rapid fire because, whatever. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
Whatever, man.
Ruby Volume 5 is coming out October the 14th. Hello, there you go.
Okay.
Castlevania, second season. It's going to be dropping on Netflix. When? I don't fucking know. I lost it.
God, I watched the first season on Saturday. It was 4 episodes long.
That's a season.
It was 4 episodes, 20 minutes.
Okay, let me tell you. Renewed anime season. I closed the tab, but I've got it back now. The second season, this time consisting of 8 episodes, so you're getting twice as many for your buck. Doesn't say when, though.
Well, I mean, it was fantastic.
Want to point out again,
I'm not complaining, but...
Written by a British guy, animated by Frederator and Powerhouse. That is a Western production. I don't know if we can call it anime or if we want to have this is Avatar anime.
Wasn't it
discussion
directed by the guy who made Power/Rangers?
Adi Shankar, yes.
Yes.
And let's remember him for Detention and not Power/Rangers.
Detention was good. I've never seen Power/Rangers.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people missed the point because that was supposed to be how needlessly dark and gritty and over the top can we make this video as a joke. And people go, yeah, that's how I want it to be.
I wanted it that way. Except,
Tell me why.
Tell me why.
Buy Power Rangers now on Blu-ray and DVD.
Tell me why.
That is the okayest movie I think I've seen in a long time.
Power Rangers?
Yeah. Like, it wasn't bad. It wasn't great.
Would it have been better
if
it was
okay.
It was sponsored by...
But it wasn't offensively mediocre, though.
No.
Not like 47 Ronin, which was offensively mediocre.
Can I admit something? I have not seen Power Rangers yet.
That's no worries.
I've not seen Ghost in the Shell yet.
Yeah.
I've not seen Wonder Woman.
Nope.
Neither have I. I want to hit it before it's out of theaters.
I've not seen Transformers yet, and I've not seen Spider-Man Homecoming, but I am going to make the effort to see
it. Why would you want to watch Transformers 5?
Because I've seen the other 4. I need to see it.
Yeah, I know, but I'm like... I
just wait until it comes out on Netflix like I am.
I had the debate with myself still, but I'm like, no.
I've seen all 4 of them in cinema.
I personally feel betrayed by that series around the point they had Transformers 4, and they didn't call it Trans, and then number 4 and MERS. Because if any series was stupid enough to do it, it was them.
Apparently
Transformers. What I'd love...
Looking at you, Splatoon 2. You could have been Splatoon.
What I'd love is if Transformers would have done Transfivemers. Just to fuck with you.
That's what I was just thinking of.
Transfivemers. Yeah. We missed the boat on 4, but we're getting it anyway.
They could have done that.
Speaking of movies, some big news. It's really not. It's a 20-second teaser, but Bleach live-action film has dropped its first teaser. It's 22 seconds. 15 seconds of it are just like the title screen, I guess. But you do
Isn't that how it always is?
You do get to briefly see Ichigo and then like a shadow hand, which is one of the hollows. So, it's still a thing.
I remember having this discussion when we saw the possible guy walking around on set.
Yeah.
So I guess that's confirmed.
Yeah. It's still a thing. It's still in production. I'm going to keep like the Full Metal Alchemist one, I'll remain optimistic. Or remain open. I'll remain open to optimism. I'll judge it when it comes out. Just like the Death Note.
You probably won't even be able to watch it for like
I'll watch it in like 2020, eventually.
Yeah, exactly.
Who knows? And also, sad news. Well, depending on Well, it's always sad. Artland Animation Studio have closed their doors, filed for bankruptcy as of the 30th of June, I believe. They were the guys.
7 deadly sins to bankrupt them.
Yeah. Mushishi as well. That's the only one that I know them off, really. Super Dimension Fortress Macross as well. So they made some classic stuff. I mean, they opened the doors in 1979 or 8? 1978 it is.
And then they resorted to their last show being the disaster of 7 Deadly Sins, which should have been a lot better than it was.
Yeah, I mean, not happy. Not too pleased.
Yeah.
That's a shame, but hopefully those guys, they've got no skills, they've got some kind of pedigree, so they should hopefully filter on into different companies and bring their talent to different places. We'll see. Go to Studio Wit, guys. Just all go. They need all hands on deck so they can actually produce Attack on Titan in a timely fashion. And some Cabaneri, too. You want some Cabaneri? Maybe go back to Studio Paro and do some Bleach. I can still live in hope. Bleach is coming back, guys. Honestly.
Is there anyone still working at Gainax, or is it just like the reception?
Gainax announced that they're doing...
They're trying to do all the Ava rebuild movies while answering the phones.
Gainax announced they're doing a film trilogy that'll take them 9 years. And I'm
Jesus
are you guys still going to be around in 9 years?
They're confident. That's ballsy.
Inflate that number by about 3 times what their initial estimate was.
Yeah.
Considering the 4 movies for Ava rebuild were supposed to be 4 years, 12 years ago.
Yeah. Well, those films are unnecessary anyways, but,
Yeah. Well, they could be good. Hopefully. Look forward to seeing them in 20 years. When we're older.
They're unnecessary, but they ought to at least finish what they started.
Yeah, I guess so.
It's true. And, as well, RIP, then Artland Studio. Just an interesting one, because sometimes we get these polls. We had the waifu one a few weeks ago, where Japanese readers picked their favourite waifus. And their least favourite. They've also done their favourite manga authors. So it's a reader poll for their favourite manga authors. Would you want to take a guess at who's number one?
The freaking One Piece guy is number 1.
He's number 2.
Well, then it's the freaking one guy who did everything.
Ichiro Oda.
Toriyama
is not number 1. Toriyama is... I don't think... Oh, no, he is on the list. He's number 16.
Number 1 would be that one classic guy who did all that shit. Whatever his name is. I don't remember.
I'll tell you what...
Yeah.
The number 1, according to this poll, is Hideaki Sorachi, who did Gintama.
Okay.
I never really watched it, so I don't know. Number 3...
I know people fucking love Gintama.
Did they pull my anime list for this? My God.
No, this is Japanese fans. There's no type.
If you think about Gintama's been on the air for the last 20 years.
Yeah, that's true.
Is this the same poll that had the girl from My Hero Academia as the worst of all girls?
No, this is... Well, it doesn't say. It just says it's 10,000 readers that have been polled. So it doesn't say if they're the same, but I would suspect some crossover. It's come from the same website. So we walked
into the Gintama fan club and asked 10,000 people who they thought their favorite author was.
Sui Ishida, who did Tokyo Ghoul, is number 3. The guy who did Haikyuu is number 4.
I thought they hate him now.
Well, clearly,
no, that's just Fujoshi.
Yeah.
Everyone else is fine.
Everyone else is cool with him. Number 7, Kishimoto, who did Naruto. Arakawa is number 8, who did Full Metal Alchemist. Number 9, Mishima, who did Fairy Tail. And number 10,
excuse me,
Isayama.
She didn't.
She did Silver Spoon as well. If that's what you were going to say.
Silver Spoon.
Full Metal Alchemist and Silver Spoon. Hiromu Arakawa, and then Hajime Isayama is number 10 with Attack on Titan. Number 10. And Arake with JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is number 13. So he's on there. No Tai Kubo, which I'm annoyed at, but I don't blame them.
I think he's sort of passing out of the consciousness for now, since nothing's really related is happening.
Yeah. I was thinking if it was just current people, but like Toriyama's on there. So, you know.
Is he not doing anything right now, technically?
He's kind of involved with Dragon Ball Super, but I don't think he's definitely not writing the manga. It's someone else, and someone else is writing the show, but he's on board. He's like an advisor, as far as I'm aware. I don't know. I need to start watching that. Speaking of which, actually, 2 points. Here's kind of news things. Funimation. Okay? Why you do this to me? Why'd you do this, Funimation? Here's what happens. I'm watching My Hero Academia on there. It comes up at the bottom. You may also like Dragon Ball Super, Dragon Ball Z. These all come down. Click the option. Sorry, this is not available in your country. Why show me the option? Why tease me with the information? It was Dragon Ball Z, sorry, not Super. They might have Super available in America, I don't know. But they show me Z, click on it, sorry, not available. You can't have this shit, bitch. And it's annoying. Like, why do that to me? Why tease me
How
with
is
that
Z
information?
not available in any country?
I don't know.
And did they actually call you a bitch?
They called me a bitch. They said,
It said
nope.
right there. Not available
Sorry,
in country,
bitch.
you little bitch.
You little bitch.
Well, to be clear, he called them a limely bitch.
You little limey
Stop
bitch.
it, weeb. Simon, go outside.
You don't need no Z in your life. You already saw it on Toonami, you little bitch. You won't like this remake. But yeah, that's annoys me. And as well, I'm going to start a segment called the Fuck You of the Week. This goes to anyone who's spited or wronged the happy hour, or anyone in general, basically. But the Fuck You of the Week, the premiere, first ever one, will go to Photo Bucket, which, has anyone used Photo Bucket here?
No, because I'm not in frickin' 2008 anymore.
Well,
I
know Lego
technically
uses
still
it.
do, actually, until it starts shutting me down.
yeah. Turns out I use it for third-party image hosting to the forum. Basically, most people use it to post images to a forum. It's just free. It's a simple thing. You save it there. You get the URL. Bang it on a forum. Done. Sorted. All your stuff's archived in one place. Was free of charge. However, they changed the terms and conditions on the 30th of June. They've blocked all your images, and they've asked people to... You need a premium account. You need to sign up. You need to pay for this privilege. Fair enough. I can understand that. That's a service. They're a business after all. That's whatever. Can you guess what kind of price that they were asking?
Well, yeah, because I saw you posted it.
Oh shit. Okay. Well, no.
I haven't seen it.
Their first plan is $59 a year. That's $5.99 or $5.99 a month. $59 a year.
What?
I'd consider it. That's
Why
not
would
the
you
one.
consider it when Imgur exists?
I know,
Yeah.
but this is the thing. I'd consider that one. That's not the one that offers it. The next one is $99 a year. That doesn't offer it. Plus $500 gets you the privilege of third-party image hosting. $399 per year. They want to charge just shy of $400 to third-party image host. Are you being fucking serious?
Or you boot up your 4th consecutive DeviantArt burner account, and there you go.
Yeah, you've got Imgur.
Or
you've got-
Imgur.
Yeah, that's the one that we're all going to be
Or-
migrating on. But it's a pain in the ass because I've got to move all of the happy hour images across there. So fuck you, Photobucket, for making me all this work. Although I shouldn't say that too much to them because it seems like they've probably jumped in their own fucking grave by doing that and all the negative publicity. But 0 to 400, just like that. I mean, come on, guys.
See,
But-
I'm just wondering how the rollout's exactly working, because I have a good history of every time Photobucket has bullshit, it's never affected me for some reason.
Mm-hmm. If you go onto the Manga Raiders forum right now, you will see mostly mine, and other people's as well, but you'll see just, please log into your Photobucket profile, as there are some urgent issues. So it doesn't show it just shows a banner to click on. They've just hyperlinked the site and the update on the T's and C's. But yeah, that's a dick move in my estimation. Asking $400 is insane. Don't think anyone's going to do it. Anyone in their
Rip
right mind isn't going to
Photobucket.
do it. So, yay, MJ! Woo! Woo! That's going to be fun tomorrow, me doing all that. Anywho, we've done the news, we've done some weeks, we've done some shit. Shall we go through what we're watching? Now, Matt and Brian, Coryn there, have you guys watched any of the summer season just yet?
I have not. The one show I was one of the shows I was interested showed up on Crunchyroll, but I am not paying for Crunchyroll, so I have not watched it yet.
Cronus Planet. That's the one. Not Cronus Planet, Cronus Rulers. That's a whole different one. Yeah, I've watched that. Before we go into the summer season then, me and Manimal have seen some. We'll go with what you guys have been watching that aren't part of the summer season. So, what you guys have been viewing.
Well, I think we both mentioned watching Castlevania.
Mm-hmm.
Castlevania was good.
Which, man, that is a Warren Ellis written Castlevania show. For those of you who don't know and haven't read Transmetropolitan, I'd recommend go reading Transmetropolitan. That's a really good comic.
Okay.
And it'll give you some insight into how Castlevania, the show, came to be.
I have a question. I've not played a Castlevania game. Don't know too much about it. Do I need any pre-existing knowledge to go in and watch these shit? Because I'm interested in seeing it on Netflix.
No, not really. It explains it pretty well. Like, the basic premise of every Castlevania is the Belmont family continually kills Dracula over the centuries, and that's all you need. Like, the show is based directly off Castlevania 3, I want to say it was.
Okay.
Yep. Dracula's Curse.
Dracula's Curse. So that's the game it's based off, specifically. But no, you don't really need to know. You know, there's a guy, his name's Belmont, he's fighting Dracula.
Okay, fair enough. So, yeah, because I'm interested in watching it. I want to kind of just binge the 4 episodes just to say I've seen it.
I mean, it'll take you about an hour, so...
Fair enough. There's no reason why not. I could watch that instead of Skirt whatever it's called. We'll get on to that. Fair enough.
My only real complaint with the Castlevania show is that they didn't use any of the really, really good music in the Castlevania soundtrack library.
Yeah, which I was a little disappointed in, but I have to wonder if that's just got to be rights or something. Weird.
Probably, but like, come on, you can't throw in Vampire Killer or Bloody Tears or any of that theme of Clock Tower.
I am hoping that once we get to Dracula's Castle itself, we'll get some of the classic themes kicking in, but we'll see.
I did like that, not really spoilers, but yeah, it's based on a game that's 30 years old. Alucard shows up, and he's wearing his Symphony of the Night gear.
Yeah, and like a lot of his moves that he has, Alucard has a fight, who is Dracula's son, Alucard, Dracula backwards, yada yada. But a lot of the moves he has in the show in his little fight are actually based off of moves he has in the game.
Alucard.
So,
okay, I'm sorry. I've heard that name multiple times in other like works of fiction. Fuck, it's Dracula backwards.
It is Dracula backwards.
Alucard. Yeah,
which is hilarious. Which means because in the Castlevania. In the Castlevania universe, it just means that Dracula is just a really bad namer.
Oh my god. Yeah. That's blown my mind a little bit. It's like Flo-Rida. Flo-Rida.
No, I think when he shows up, he's like, my name's actually, like, Altair or some shit like that.
Nah.
Some, like, normal name.
Me Alucard. Nobody fucking calls you that. You're trying to start it yourself. You know what you're doing, Alucard. Oh.
Yeah, my nickname's Mr. Big Dick. No, it ain't. I'm Sheriff Big Balls.
I mean, love
your nickname is Sheriff Big
out of the
Balls.
coffin and just said, "The people of Wallachia call me Mr. Big Dick," and everyone's just, They do make many references to testicles in the course of the show, though.
They do. They have some strong language in that show, and very bloody. Like, it's no holds bars on the gore. I likes it a lot. Which is fine. I mean, like, Castlevania is not a traditionally
known
story.
For Adventure Time and Bravest Warriors finally get to go whole hog on the gore.
Yeah.
I'll look forward to
Castlevania has always been a very dark kind of fantasy kind of thing, so they're really just bringing it out. it very feels also much like, I guess, some Berserk notes from it too, because I know they cited that as one of their major influences.
That is one thing that, because it was written by Warren Ellis, the church goes from good guys to the bigger villain. Dracula's like this sympathetic force who's only wanting to get revenge for his wife that was declared a witch and killed, which is not the games. You use a cross as a sub-weapon, like a boomerang. There's one good priest in the show, and that's to justify suddenly getting holy water in a scene.
Yeah, they kind of dealt with the whole church thing, because I think at this point they basically said that every other priest in the country's dead.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think next season is going to be all Dracula all the time.
That sounds like a good preview. All Dracula, all the time.
Now, I like that we finally got a little bit of how do you pronounce Belnades/Belnatus. It's Belnatus. I'm waiting to see if they introduce the third alt character from Castlevania 3, which was Grant Dynasty.
Grant Dynasty.
His name is Grant Dynasty.
That's a drag queen name I've ever heard of.
I thought Trevor, Alucard, and What's-Her-Fuck were the three characters.
No, because you have Sypha, or Sypha, who is in the graveyard. Alucard is the other one, and the last one is a thief guy who runs around the edge of the screen and on the top of the status bar, and he has a little throwing knife, and that's Grant.
Huh.
Okay. Grant Dynasty.
Like, they're running through the castle, and he goes, "Hey, they called me Grant Dynasty." And he goes, "Hey, it's Dynasty. How you doing?" "No, Dynasty."
Dynasty.
"Yeah, you're a nasty boy."
It's either a stripper name or a drag queen. I can't decide. You can call me Dynasty.
I think it's probably God, that's a hard decision. I don't know. I was mostly disappointed that they didn't fit Wall Chicken into the show anywhere.
Wait for it. Wall Chicken is coming.
What is that a spoiler if I ask what Wall Chicken is?
In the first Castlevania game, famously, you could you have like a whip as your main weapon, and you'd hit a wall, and the wall would break, and there'd be like a fully, a chicken there, like old video games. But that's kind of where it comes from, so it's called Wall Chicken.
Oh, okay. Okay, Wall Chicken. I thought it was like a boss, like a secret boss or something, I don't know. Or a major plot device.
It's the entire roast chicken you find in the wall in a castle that's centuries old.
Okay. Oh, so like when
it's kind of like the full cooked goose inside of a trash can that the mayor of Central City just snarfs down in final fight.
Yeah, I was just going to say.
No, wait. Not Central City. It's not Southtown. Metro City.
I don't know.
Sorry.
I wouldn't have a clue. Okay, yeah, Castlevania. Well, I look forward to binging that in the next week or so, alongside the summer season. Anything else? The world ends with... Not world ends with you. The world, blah, blah, will you save
world
us?
End, what were you doing? The world's ending. Are you busy? Would you save us?
Thank you.
Yes. had its final episode come out.
Okay.
Which, again, I really like this series as a whole, but I really want it to continue, because it kind of had a cliffhanger. And also, the very last scene was two unrelated characters that was either a flashback or a flash forward, or possibly happening at the same time.
Okay.
That may have depicted the birth of the main protagonist female, or maybe the rebirth, or maybe it's just completely unrelated. It's not explained.
Oh, that's always handy as a final scene, not knowing what it actually is.
Like, it's not panty and stocking levels of, this is the epilogue, deal with it, nerds. But, yeah, it's not... I hope they at least translate the light novels so we can find out what happens, regardless of whether or not it gets a season 2.
You can be hopeful. Like I said earlier, I'm not sure if I was on the show or not, but it seems to be well received. It seems to be topping popularity. So, it could. You never know. New Game got a second season.
Sorry, that's my level of investment right now. You're talking about freaking Dracula and Dynasty, but you're not talking about the album that contains Sure Know Something, so I don't know.
Also, Manimal, it's 97.
Yeah, albums of 1997. I'll give a shout out to the piped, pickled, peppered platinum pipus, because you got, Radiohead, OK Computer, but I don't really care about Radiohead. Although the Bends is okay. I prefer the Bends to OK Computer, because they're just not my kind of band. Mm-hmm. Other than that, there's like freaking Janet Jackson, The Velvet Rope, Megadeth's Cryptic Writings, and I don't know, not much that I care about, or I've listened to, I should say.
Fair enough. You're getting sloppy with these albums. You started
Well, because
really strong.
It gets to this point, and I've heard like nothing. So I'm just like, oh yeah.
My theory is you've become a hipster, and you don't like music that's been released after you were born.
That's not true, but there's
I'm all
just
about the
I haven't
80s,
listened.
huh?
That's a period of music that I haven't listened to stuff.
Fair enough.
Not yet. Yet is the key word.
Well, if you're looking for a good starting place, may I recommend some ska?
I mean, that's your
like
thing.
The Fury of the Aquabats, released in 1997, or Save Ferris. It Means Everything. There's a really good cover of Come On Eileen.
There we go. The Aquabats. Gotta remember the Aquabats.
They're great.
I'm sure they are. I don't know. I've never heard them.
They are pretty good. I mean, I'm not a big ska person, but I saw them in concert once.
Oh,
They're
You
fun.
might also catch them on their children's TV show that's airing now.
Wait,
No?
really?
Yeah.
There's a ska children's TV show?
The lead singer also split his time between being an Aquabat and Yo Gabba Gabba as like a producer.
Jesus Christ, I know that show.
And
So they took the Ramones thing for their title.
yes.
It is.
Oh God.
It is an experience, Yo Gabba Gabba, because it's got kind of people dressed up in costumes as well, which is kind of terrifying. Yeah.
And they used that aesthetic in the Aquabat Super Show.
There's a party in my tummy. So yummy. Oh, please don't let me. Please. Let's move on. I'm getting flashbacks.
So I guess we're talking about the summer season now. So we're just gonna get right into Skirt No. Technically, the show is morally incorrect, but it's depicted as a fantasy and generally aimed at female audiences, and it's just something that you gotta roll with.
Is it?
No, whatever the hell. Yeah, actually.
Okay, let me tell you a story about Skirt No. Blah 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 blah. What is it called?
It's called that. It's called There's a Monster in That Skirt. Like literally the title. The title is something like that.
Okay. This was a show that you recommended to me.
I didn't recommend it. I told you to watch it.
That's kind of the definition of a recommendation.
Yeah, because it's very important. You have
watch
to watch
this.
Very important.
I watched it because Manimal told me to watch it. Sorry, that's the correct wording. So what happened is I decided when I was at work, turn this thing on. I was like,
no.
I'm just going to knock this out the park. I'll just watch this at work.
You didn't.
Turned it off after a minute because I realized my mistake. I was like,
Why would you try to watch that at a workplace?
Because you told me to watch it, so I just turned it on.
Yeah, but you should have at least known what you're getting into, Jesus Christ.
I knew it was etchy. It was
That's why you gotta warn him.
Okay.
No, I don't warn people. You go in and watch it. That's it.
You can't just say you got to know what you're doing, but I'm not going to warn you about it, even though I'm the one who told you to watch it.
It's up to you. It's up to you.
He's got to do the research.
I did. Okay, this is my research of this show,
which is equally dangerous.
It was etchy. I knew it was etchy. I knew it was about a girl who is seduced by another girl, or befriended by another girl at least, who is actually a cross-dressing man who's quite forceful. Okay, that's what I knew about this show. I knew it was etchy. I was going into it knowing it was etchy. It's less etchy. It's kind of straddles the line between etchy and hentai.
Well, it doesn't have tacos and ding dongs, so by definition, it's not hentai.
Right. Yeah, but you could watch Japanese porn that's censored. It's pixelated, but it's got.
Yeah, but you don't.
Can I just say you said tacos and ding dongs, and now that's derailed anything in my brain? It does.
So you're saying it's softcore, basically.
It was softcore. That's
there's some Outback style stuff that happens in both episodes, just like they do in Australia.
Please explain what Outback style.
It's what they do in Australia when you get the stingrays and you burn them on the back of the Jeep while you're rolling through the koala farm.
I don't understand what any of that means. What he means is that the man finger blasted her, like he's fingering the girl to the point of ejaculation. Is basically what happens in the first episode.
It's the second episode too.
He okay, it's 5 minutes long. I turned it off after a minute because I was like, hang on, he did say go find an 18+ version. There's probably going to be something in this I don't want people to see. Thank Christ I did that, because I watched it at home and was like, oh my god, what if someone had seen my screen?
Yeah.
All I'm saying, because, well, I think there'd be questions of me just watching it if anyone knew what it was, and anyone took time to have a
It's
look.
the same studio that did the show about the bald guy.
Magic Bus.
Yeah, sure, whatever.
Yeah,
Oh wait, that's the
Bus.
studio. I thought you were
Yeah.
talking about the Magic School Bus. Okay.
Yeah, the Magic Bus is the studio. This is the synopsis of it. As spoilers, if you guys want to watch it, I'm really sorry, but what
Literally
happens?
just said what the synopsis is.
Shy girl. She goes to a party, goes to a mixer. Okay, I'll give the spoilers for episode 1 then. She goes to a mixer, meets some boys, talks about how she's shy about boys, sees a woman. She says, "Oh, do you want to go for a drink?" Gets to know her, knows a load about her. She's a bit too drunk, takes her back to her apartment, then forces herself on her, and then, fingers her. And then she wakes up in her apartment the next day, and it's like, oh, I'm a man. Something.
This all happens in 5 minutes?
No. She learns that not when.
Wait, she finds out she's a man because he gets an erection under the skirt, and she goes, "Are you a man?" And he says, "No, his voice changes." That's it. She goes, "Your voice changes," because he forces himself on her as she's lying down and kisses her, and she also says the no and the stop, which is excellent viewing, of course. Definitely very comfortable when you're watching something like that.
Well, again, that's the point. It's the fantasy element of the show. It's just a bunch of corny stuff like that.
So yeah, if you want to watch some softcore crossdresser, that's what it's there for. There's nothing else to it. So, it's only 5 minutes. If you're a quick jerker, then there you go. You've got that.
Quick jerker.
I'm in a hurry, goddammit.
It's just some corny.
Yeah, I don't want to get into an hour and a half plot.
Your Uber's about to arrive. You need to rub one out. You got to get going.
Exactly. I'm surprised it's on. I mean, it's made its TV and its Blu-rays are going to do.
That's why I like it, because it's on TV. I like to see what they can do on TV. So that's why I'll keep up with.
Yeah. I'm going to just say I've watched my first episode. I'm in no hurry to watch episode 2. So Manimal will have to be the reporter for that one. Moving on from one crossdresser to another.
That's what you say, though.
Oh, I thought Manimal was going to talk about it.
What are you talking about now? I don't know what you're talking about now.
Is there another crossdresser?
The other crossdresser. No, not crossdresser. No, wait.
Oh.
The one that has trap in the name. The lesbian.
Yeah.
The Yuri one.
Yeah. NTR, which I was watching, I was like, okay, the animation doesn't look too good on this. They're doing it pretty fast. It's only 9 minutes long.
Netsuo Trap, it's called. Okay, can I go in with my predictions before? Okay, this is what I predicted this episode, because I saw the synopsis. So, it's 2 girls who are childhood friends. Each have a boyfriend, so they both in other relationships. But they have feelings for each other. So what I thought was going to happen is that the first girl, the main character, is going to have these confusing feelings for her childhood friend, which she thinks is strictly non-romantic. Obviously, it's going to change over time. She's going to develop these feelings and realize that obviously she's lesbian or whatever, and she has romantic feelings for her friend. But she's going to be resistant at first because maybe, like, her parents are ultra-conservative or something, like traditional, and they, and she sort of learns over time
You're
to be...
overthinking
yeah,
it.
Well,
it's Yuri.
Because it was interesting.
Jesus.
I thought, maybe, like, she's going to be learning to be comfortable and coming out and being, okay with a friend. Maybe she wants to be...
What do you think? They would never make a show like that.
That'd be interesting. Like,
That's
maybe...
not how they do things.
Okay, instead what happens... do you want to tell us what happens in the show, Manimal?
They do stuff, and it ends too quickly.
There you go.
Very descriptive.
The thing is, I don't like, with these ones, and I get that it's a fantasy, and I get, but for my personal taste, I'm not a massive fan of the really pushy, because her friend is really pushy, forces her to kiss her, gropes her and stuff, as she's like clearly uncomfortable with this amount of contact, and it's a bit uncomfortable to watch, but it's supposed to be okay because it's both girls. Do you know what I mean? That sort of trope of Yuri where it's like, oh, it's okay.
Again, it's the fantasy. Like, she could have just been like, hey, don't do that, no, and it would have been the end.
If it was comedic...
See, stuff like this only flies in shows like this because it's a completely different vibe.
The problem is you're looking for some sort of integrity in the storytelling.
Or comedy.
You're thinking about it way too much.
No,
that's not what they made it for.
It's just a bunch of fluff.
Or comedy.
They made it for horny Japanese kids, man.
That's true. I overthought it. I thought it would be interesting. But, nothing for me there, unfortunately. Are you going to carry on watching it, Manimal?
Well, naturally, but it's 9 minutes long. That's lame.
Okay. Yeah, it was a bit... Were you disappointed in it?
Well, yeah, because, I mean, even from the beginning, like, it's not the best manga either. Like, again, it's not citrus or anything like that.
No.
It's just the supplement. It's your vitamin C supplement before it. Like, no, that doesn't make sense. Shut up.
I've read citrus. I've read a bit of citrus, and I think I prefer citrus to that, because there's something there. There's some kind of substance there.
Citrus is actually good, but this is just, like, things happen. You're like, okay, whatever, I'll watch it.
Yeah, and no trap characters. I thought there was, because it says trap. But no, there isn't. What else have you seen in this season?
Well, there's New Game, but for some reason nobody picked up the second season of New Game, so I gotta watch the worst fan subs. By the way, thank you whoever fan subbed this. You're doing God's work, and no one's asking you to do this, but you do it. I thank you. Thank you so much. But your subs, like, you get some English lessons or something, because that grammar is bad. But, you just gotta deal with it. But there are some parts where you're like, I have no idea what they're saying right now. Other times you figure it out. But anyways, it's New Game. New Game's great. This is great. They have a freaking Michael Bay camera orbit around Yagami when she stands up in her panties. It's just like the classic thing. But like the ecchi actually looks super good in this show. They have it down to a freaking science. And it's like, it's art. It's pure art. And then there was Aho, or whatever girl.
Yeah.
Which is the show about the girl who eats bananas and stuff. PT boat on the way to Havana. She used to make the living eating the banana, but she still eats the banana. Anyways, it's like a show about like the dumbest girl in the world. Like that's the whole point of it. But it actually has like a tsundere guy in it. To like kind of flip the dynamic. Even though he's a fake character because like he sees her in his underwear. Shut up. The show's okay. It's kind of funny.
I'll just wait for you to go until you stumble. Alright, I'm really need a piss, so I'll be back in a second.
Oh, God. I can't talk like that for extended periods of time.
I'm going over the My Anime list for the season, and there's a whole bunch of stuff that I'd completely forgotten about.
And now you haven't.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Girl is the one I saw on the Crunchyroll that I wanted to watch.
Yeah, it's good. I'll talk about it when Vacant comes back.
Yeah, I need to re-listen to the episode where we talked about the shows we wanted to watch so I can remember all the shows I talked about.
Well,
I keep thinking that Hajimete no Gao is another season of Ask Me Galco-chan, and I get a little disappointed when it's not.
Yeah, I know. Galco's actually a good show, but that's just going to be some ecchi fluff. It'll just be like
Galco-chan.
Galco's actually really good because it did a lot of things that anime doesn't do.
Yeah.
Especially the themes it touches on and everything. That was really good stuff. And like again, it was just enjoyable. It had fun characters, and of course the whole theme of like they're not the people you think they are by looking at them, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot. It was surprisingly good actually. I thought it'd be like whatever.
Oh, the quiet shy girl is actually kind of unpleasant. What a twist!
Oh, she's amazing. Oh, she's the greatest. She's the best character in the whole show, definitely.
That's that whole cast is great.
It's
Okay, yeah.
good stuff.
Now I'm re-looking at the skirt no Naka what. Yeah. And it's right next to Centaur no Nayami, so, I mean, I gotta watch the Monster Girls show to show. Oh, man!
Technically, one of them is also a monster.
There was a 13th episode of Interviews with Monster Girls.
Oh my god.
And it was very good also.
Yeah.
And
I'm back.
Yes, I was just discussing the 13th episode of Interviews with Monster Girls that came out as an OVA. It was very good.
Oh, cool.
It hits that light, fuzzy feeling real good.
Oh.
You get it in your bones.
And speaking of OVAs, there's going to be one last OVA of Konosuba coming out.
That's right. And then they're probably not going to make a third season, I saw.
No. But the good news is they're almost caught up to that point in the show with the light novel translations. So, give it another couple months and you can scratch that itch, hopefully.
Well, we got a second season. That's good enough for me, really.
I would love to hear one more new set of openings and intros from that show, though.
They're good. Machiko's songs were good for both of them, definitely.
Oh,
the ending songs. The ending songs were the best. They're both endings are really good.
Just that slow kind of folk guitar-y music.
Yeah, you got like the freaking steel string or steel pedal on the last one. That was good. But what I was saying with freaking Idaho Girl so Idaho Girl, it's a music. Okay, like you have like the guy freaking just Ippo punches her twice into walls and she doesn't care. I was like, this never happens in shows.
She doesn't give a shit. She's from Idaho.
Exactly.
Potato Chan is gonna give 2 fucks about a measly 1-2.
No, like again, I've never seen this except for in the freaking Nozaki-kun. That was the only time I've ever seen something like that.
Like a tsundere guy?
No, like a dude hitting a girl.
Oh.
That never happens.
Come to Stoke. It happens all the time.
I meant in this show.
That's not an advertising.
I meant in the school shows. Jesus.
I'm joking, guys. I'm joking.
That's how Simon met his girlfriend.
Yeah, well, you just gotta catch him somehow.
Like a reptile.
Catch him with that uppercut.
So Idaho Girl is pretty decent. There are a lot of predictable jokes, but I thought the bribery joke and stuff was pretty good. It'll be alright. It's only 10 minutes, so why not?
Mm-hmm. Okay, fair enough. I haven't checked it out yet, but it is on Crunchyroll, and I probably will. It's another 10-minute one.
And again, it's divided. It makes sense, because it's divided in skits, and it works as a 10-minute show.
Yeah.
Because it's just that kind of thing. It's 10 minutes is more than enough of what you need every week for this show.
Okay.
And that's all I watched. And then, the Sakura Quest, they got the new OP, which is okay. And the show continues on, and it's really good. Because Sakura Quest is a good show, and that's it. That's probably all I'm gonna watch, actually. Maybe the Gal show.
Fair enough.
Gal, whatever.
Oh yeah, Hajime. Is it Hajime? I don't know. Yeah, that one.
I think it's just Hajime no Gal or My Gal.
Yeah.
Isn't My Gal the name of a musical?
I don't know, but it'll probably just be like whatever show I'll watch, like 2 episodes of and drop for boredom.
Okay. What I'd manimal checking out, Manimal, because you might find it interesting, is Suradere Children.
I really hate the title of that show, by the way.
Yes, so do I. But it's about high school kids. Well, this is the thing, because I need to watch the 2nd and 3rd episodes to make my mind up. Because the first episode was really interesting, and it was a different format to what I'm used to. It's 12 minutes long, and it was in a high school, and it was 3 or 4 different confessions, different love confessions. That's what it was. It was just confessions. Starts with a boy and a girl, the girl trying to confess to him, and then it moves to another couple, then it moves to another couple, then it moves to another couple, so they all get like a couple minutes, and they're all different, but I found them all entertaining, especially the 3rd one, which was so strange. I've not really seen it in a show before, where basically he's the school president, so I just thought he was going to be a really nerdy sort of guy, and she's like the girl who's smoking. He catches her, and then just says, he basically says, I won't grass on you. Grass on you, that's an English terminology.
I won't grass on you. I ain't gonna grass on you.
He ain't gonna snitch on her. He ain't gonna snitch on her, provided she gives him a kiss. She says yeah, because whatever, she doesn't mind. She'll do anything for money. So he goes, oh really? Okay, well how much would you have sex with me for? She goes, 10,000 yen or 100,000 yen. He just whips it out, the money, not his dick. And goes, okay, this'll cover it. And then unzips his pants. And it's a really weird segment for like 30 seconds. And it's supposed to be all about love and confession.
Show, first of all, an anime girl smoking, that's fake. Second of all, that kind of advancement, that's what?
Well, this is the thing, because I was like, the first one was quite interesting. The last one was like, they were nice and cute little confessions.
No, that one you just described was way more interesting than anything this
it
show
was
could
the best
possibly
one.
present.
It was the best one. I'd recommend, like I say, just watching it because it was weird.
My.
But the thing is, I have no idea what they're going to do in episode 2. I have no clue what they're going to do.
Maybe
So-
they'll just continue on with all these people in their grand tales.
Well, all it was called was Spring. It just said Spring. So I don't know if it's like their first date or...
Well, spring is the time, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Is it going to be like the first date or something like that? But it was interesting, and I quite liked...
Spring is here again, reproductive
In the
glands.
second episode, one person can't say they love the person, and they just shoot that person, so they don't have to say it.
Oh, that's a plot twist.
So
I
we're going
never-
from prostitution to murder.
There you go. That could work.
That's a natural path.
Yeah, I'd recommend that one just because it's so different, and you were kind of invested, even though you only got like a few minutes with each set of characters. So it's we'll see where it goes. Hopefully, like I say, I have no clue what episode 2 is going to be, other than it might be the first date or it might be a totally different set of characters. Who knows? We'll find out. So I am going to stick with that one. The big one that I thought was going to be the big hitter for summer season.
Gamers.
That hasn't come out yet. That's 13th, that one. So I'll tell you about that next week. Kakegurui came out. I watched the first episode. Had to track it down because thanks Netflix. They've secured the rights to it, Netflix. So unfortunately, it's not on Crunchyroll. It's not on Funimation. It's nowhere. So thanks, fansubbers, for doing it.
Which one is Kakegurui?
It was the gambling school, basically.
Where
so
they have good faces.
Yeah, they're all uber rich. So they're elite privileged high schoolers, and they have so they gamble with each other, and they're using their own funds. I didn't know quite what to expect, but I thought it'd be quite psychological, maybe like quite clever, how they scheme and plot. Yeah, Manimal was right about the faces. Because it's Studio Mappa, I knew, sometimes they do some quite dramatized ones. Boy, these faces are weird. I'm not sure how I'm liking the art style.
Yeah, that's the only reason I watch the shows, for those beautiful, detailed, and those faces are...
It's so
out of this. They're not
strange.
from this world.
Because, sometimes their eyes are really lifeless, and then they just, really contort and twist the faces to be really weird.
Beautiful.
Main character. So the first episode was all action. There was no real backstory or anything. First episode is they play a game of rock, paper, scissors, essentially. But it's based on cards. And it's quite a clever game when they get into how one of the girls is manipulated. She's like Queen Bee. She's bitch girl of the class. And a new student comes in who's the main character. She just comes in, plays the game, and fucking annihilates her in the end. Like, she outsmarts her in such a sort of underhanded way. And I enjoyed it, but I don't know what the story's going to be. So I need to watch episode 2 and 3.
They gamble, and they continue to gamble in the show, and someone dies.
The weird thing is, the main character, you have no idea about her other than she's a compulsive gambler. And when she talks about gambling, she orgasms, basically. They had the full-on, blush face and water, fluids coming around her, metaphorically.
That's good.
So, that got down. They were talking about compulsive gambling, how the only thrill is, if you go all in and be reckless. So, yeah, that's a good advertisement for enjoying gambling responsibly, guys. Anyway, so it's interesting. I need to see, because it was sort of, do you know when a shonen or something, its first episode is all action, to hook you in, and then it goes and fills in the detail of the plot, typically in the second and third episodes. It's like that. So, we'll see. Hopefully, good start. Hoping.
Remember how the second episode of SpongeBob featured him leaf blowing everything and no one talked?
No, I don't. I don't. Speaking of kind of fluff as well, Knights and Magic. Did anyone see this one?
Yeah, I saw the poster and I was like, why would I watch this show?
Stop me if this sounds familiar. Otaku dies in the real world and is transported to a fantasy land.
What? Did you come up with that plot yourself?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Never seen it happen before. He's a robot otaku. He wakes up as a small boy in another world after getting hit by a car.
Okay, no. If he's a robot, that's cool.
He's not a robot. He wakes up in a world inhabited by magic and giant robot knights, which you pilot. So they're
that's
mechs.
boring now. He should have been reincarnated as a robot.
Yeah. CG's a bit, what you'd expect for these giant robots, and the monsters are like mechanical demon things. Like, do you call them demon beasts? And they're like, CG.
I am
bad
the
guys.
demon beast.
Like one was
from
a giant
the
wasp
Dark
thing.
Kingdom.
It's kind of, it was pretty bland. To be honest, that's the best way to say. It was bland. Nothing stood out visually in terms of the writing or characters. He was just, I'm really smart because I'm actually a genius programmer from the real world. I'm in a small boy's body. He like invented a gun. He just goes, can you make me this? And it's like a magic wand that's a gun.
Was he really
spells.
into Gears?
No, he's really into robots, like robot model kits, and he can't wait to be in a robot. Like, he just wants to pilot a robot, and he has to be bigger for it. But, so the story will follow him.
Ooh.
Probably won't continue that, because it was just really bland. There's nothing for me there in particular. What else did I watch now? Okay, Kakiguri. Knights and Magic. Oh! Cronus Rulers. I keep calling it Cronus Rulers. That is what it's called, isn't it?
Nobody knows except for you.
It is. It's Cronus Rulers. I was just looking at it. Jikan knows something. Yeah.
Was it good?
It was really good, actually. Right off the bat, visually, this sounds weird, but like the art style was fine. Like, it was good. But I really liked, right off the bat, they had really fluid and dynamic camera angles. Like, it sort of seemed, it was dynamic for you, Manimal. Doing the sort of 360 rotation and slow-mo when they're attacking. It was high energy and intense in the first few minutes.
Trying to catch up to the high intensity of Handshakers, I see.
Pretty much. It had like a smooth jazz track, which was a bit
It'll
different
be forever
to typical.
until studios can recapture Handshakers with traditional animation. It just can't be done.
Well, Handshake is about to transcend because there's a live action stage play coming to Tokyo this year. So, enjoy that, guys. It'll look better than Handshakers.
It'll go beyond. I don't know about looking better, man. It'll be hard. It'll be a task.
But I really liked it because, like I say, stylistically, the angles that the animation played out at was a bit different to what I've seen recently. And it was like a smooth jazz track of like the OST normally was, like the backing music, which is pretty good. It had a good twist at the end that I should have seen coming, but I didn't at the end of the first episode. So, interesting premise. It's got promise, so I'm going to definitely carry that one on. Didn't get a chance to watch the Vacant thing. Princess Principal hasn't come out just yet, so they're the other two that I'm going to check out.
Excuse me, you didn't watch Pope Francis the anime?
I haven't had a chance because it's hard. I don't think it's on Crunchyroll.
Well, then go elsewhere.
I will,
it's
but
very important, and you have to watch it.
A lot easier to catch things on Crunchyroll or Funimation, like My Hero Academia, which I'm now caught up on.
Cool.
Last week I said I was on the fence with My Hero Academia. I'm on board. I'm on board now. I'm all in.
Yeah.
I like it. The new openings.
I was sad to learn that Fate Apocrypha is going to be Netflix only, so that'll come out eventually.
Do you know when it's coming out?
No, it's Netflix, so it's out right now
October.
In Japan.
Yeah, we're getting it October. So, same with Kakiguri. September or October, that is, I believe. So
Netflix they shouldn't license shows. Like,
yeah, I mean that's a whole other topic. Like we could go through in terms of. I quite like seeing a lot of people having. There was a lot of backlash on Crunchyroll. I saw people were saying, "Why didn't Crunchyroll license this?" But let's be real, people. Crunchyroll doesn't have the bankroll that Amazon or Netflix does. No way.
Yeah, that's true.
If they're in a bidding war, Netflix is going to win. That's they don't have the assets. As much as it'd be great to have it all in one place, Netflix is trying to break in. Well, Netflix has broken into the market. It has some major players. Just on the UK one alone, I know I often spout what's on there, but, Cowboy Bebop, Black Lagoon, Bleach, Code Geass, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, Death Note, Attack on Titan. It's got some really major names on there. As well
I love that there's competition. I just wish they went the simulcasting route instead of the usual binge watch kind of thing.
That's the only thing because I feel like I'm going to have to end up getting Amazon Strike. My subscription's getting pricey. I've got the WWE Network, Now TV, Netflix, Sky Sports, Crunchyroll, Funimation. We'll have to get Amazon Strike soon, but if it's simulcast, I'm willing to pay. It's always the thing with fan subbing and piracy and all that. The argument boils down to it's rarely a pricing problem. It's usually a supply.
Availability.
Exactly. If it's there, I will pay for it.
If I want to watch it, I'm going to watch it.
Exactly.
Now, can I ask, what is Amazon Strike?
That is Amazon's new anime platform, a video streaming service that they're bringing out. Or it may already be out.
They don't have a lot of exclusives yet. I think Conbinary is one of them.
Yes, that was on Prime, which will obviously be imported over. Cabaneri, the Iron
Hold on,
Fortress.
I take back my previous comments. Crunchyroll just licensed a new game too, so we're all good.
Oh, did it?
Don't have to deal with those subs now.
Oh, awesome.
Which, by the way, thank you, person who subbed episode 1. You do a great task. You do things, but your subs were bad.
Crunchyroll's got it now. You can go back to Anarigaru, and then waiting for...
I just, I want to give a shout out to the fan subbers because they do
the
work, but
they sub the manga as well. Shout out to the guys whoever does the Fairy Tail one, so I can see what's happening and finally get to the end of that. Oh, it's an exciting climax.
Oh, that reminds me that today there was also, the fake show where it's the elementary school band, but one of them plays the Paul McCartney bass with the wrong hand because you can't play it right-handed. Otherwise, you're fake. The show's fake.
Oh, yeah. What was it called? Was that Bang Dream? No.
No, Bang Dream was a real show. It just wasn't great. But this is a fake show. It's like Tenchi 3 whatever.
Oh, no.
Again, Paul McCartney bass, cool. Playing it right-handed, wrong.
No. Oh, yeah,
Don't
Gamers.
freaking play it then.
I need to watch Gamers as well. That's another one. So hopefully I'll have them free. I can drop a couple. I think I'm going to drop Monster in the Skirt thing. And,
are you sure?
MTR.
It's only 4 minutes.
I'll drop it on here, but really I'm going to watch it in private and pretend.
I know.
I will report in soon with Centaur's Life Review because I'm a sucker for blank, but monsters.
Nair's passion in life. I think we found your passion because obviously, Lego is Nekomimis. Manimal is Moe girls, mostly. Well, musicians and Moe girls tends to be his niche. And then yours is Monster Girls.
I mean, I'm not even going to argue it that hard.
I'm just shonen trash. That's me. I'll accept that moniker.
You're total trash.
I am. I'm a shonen
Meanwhile, I am deep and complicated in my taste.
Actually, yeah, you can't really pin down Coryn as one thing
compared
like
to me. I like to think I'm quite open, but yeah, like I say, I've not been as invested in a show in a while as I have with My Hero Academia. So I'm watching all these more complex shows, and I'm like, what? Power-ups and power of friendship, get me in. Yum yum, give me some.
That's again, you see what you like the most, and that gets you going, right?
I fucking love it, man.
That's your thing. You want the power-ups, you want the friendship, the high stakes, the frickin' roasted steaks, all that stuff. Did I really just make that joke?
It was cool when All Might punched that dude, but it wasn't enough, so he just kept punching him. Oh!
That was the moment, I'll tell you, that I read the first 2 volumes of the manga, and it ends just before that, and I don't know why I didn't read on, but I'm kind of glad I didn't, because the anime, you got all the music, and you got all the hype in it, and I'm watching it in the dub, it's a good dub, I'm not going to lie, it's not a bad one. Yeah, you get all hyped up with that, with the Plus Ultra Punch.
Oh no, the anime padded the shit out of the first 2 volumes, and then recently they've gotten into the it's basically the school tournament arc, which is where everyone started to love it.
You've got to have a tournament arc.
Hey, Vacant, I recently watched the dub. Do you know what it was?
What?
an interview compilation of Castro.
This has
it was
been
a pretty
episode
easy
97 of the Manga Raiders Community Happy Hour. It's done now. Go home.
Yeah. I think we are about done. I think, aren't we? I think we are.
Did I really just end another episode of this?
You just ended. No,
It's over.
We've gone through the summer season. That's obviously we'll have more first impressions next week.
Japan in a dish pan.
Stop it! Stop the Japan in the dish pan, please. I'm still angry about that. For people who don't know what we're on about, we were having a good discussion about. I think it was fan fiction and how to not how to write fan fiction, but it was quite an in-depth discussion. And then Manimal just came in with us. He was the semi at the T junction and just ran us off the road. We just got destroyed with Japan in a dish pan.
Well, you let that destroy you.
I mean, I'm only human. As much as I try and host these Manimal, sometimes I tap out. Last week,
sometimes you get Japan in a dish pan.
Never mind. Well, that's pretty much everything that we had to say. We've gone through some news. We've had a return again. We had a return in last episode with Malua, heading from the convention. We never really got many stories now, unfortunately, which is a shame because I wanted to know more about the convention. We'll ask her next time. She'll be on, surely. Maybe next week we'll do... Do you know what we haven't done in ages? A writer's episode.
Yeah.
Let's do a writer's episode next week. That's your favourite Manimal, isn't it?
It's not my least favorite.
Let's do a shonen writing episode. Oh, yeah.
I'll just make fun of you the whole time. Isn't that every other episode?
Is that tickling your pickle?
That doesn't hurt on my
We could
turtle.
do a Yuri writing episode. That's more your speed.
Well, I mean, I could do more of my Canon and Dia fan fiction with KFC and Castro.
You ever gonna finish Mugi X Cake?
No, he's moved on to another one.
I've been doing something else that's a little bit different, but no, maybe I'll get back to Mugi X Cake one day.
A little bit different.
When tacos meet ding dongs.
Oh, no, there's no tacos. Well, there kind of was, but not really. That's not the main focus.
There's no tacos and ding dongs. I just love that so much. That's the rating system here. Okay, guys. Warning. That should be the new bumper at the beginning of the show. Warning. The following show may contain signs of tacos and ding dongs.
Sounds good.
We'll see. We'll see if we can incorporate it. We need to update that.
Yeah, I think we can use more of a rotating. Because you only have about 3 that you use.
I have me, Sherbet, and Coryn.
Yeah.
Oddly enough, I don't have you.
Do one of those.
Well, Vacant, you have about maybe 12 that I've sent you over the episodes.
Yeah, but they're all specific. Okay, my favorite ever was the one where you were like just falling and doing things. That was good.
Oh, that's when I walked into my drums. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the brilliant one. I love that one so much.
That was not fun to do, but it was fun to listen to again.
Yeah. The show may contain spoilers. Yeah, that was good.
I knocked one of my Kiss plaques off the wall, but it was okay.
Oh no! As it made
it was okay. It was okay.
Whew.
It was just something cheap I got at the thrift store, anyways, from like '98. So it's not worth much.
I was gonna have to sit down for a second then because Jesus, that Kiss plaque didn't make it. Luckily, no man was left behind.
It's good.
Okay, let's close the book on episode 97.
Oh, that reminds me, I have a picture framed. It's like a big photo, like someone took at a Kiss concert from '96 that nobody related to me or myself was at. I bought a photo, someone's concert photo at a pawn shop for like $2.
And guys, it's Japan in a dish pan.
Any parting
Kill
shot
it now.
you
Hit
guys?
the self-destruct button. We're done. Closing up shop.
I'm gonna take a parting shot to the left inner thigh.
Okay.
Oh.
See you later, guys. Japan in a dish pan and Rip Castro.